Hey friends, Tony here with Untethered Living, and you'll never guess where I'm at. I'm in a parking lot of a Safeway in Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, and you may ask why. No, I didn't go grocery shopping. Actually got the shot. So I looked up my insurance provider, and this was like the closest place with the vaccination that I wanted, which was Johnson & Johnson, which is what I got. Just spent my 15 minutes there in the van now and talking to you. So I'm fully vaccinated. I definitely want to do that just because of the fact that I may be doing some traveling in another country. Say, for instance, Canada. That may be coming up in the next month or so. So should they open the borders, I'm sure that's probably going to be a requirement that letting people in that they're vaccinated. So I just got out of the way. I was going to do it 2 weeks from now, and I decided now's the great time. Staying with some friends, some good friends here in the Baltimore area. Good friend of mine, Brian, who we were really close years and years ago, and we kind of lost touch. I got married, he got married. I got divorced, he's still married. He has a couple kids now. And we've had a great time just eating and talking and laughing. It's just been awesome. Enjoying my time here in the Baltimore area. But that's not why I'm really here to talk to you today. I'm here to set the next video up. And I apologize to you. I haven't been very consistent in getting those videos out on Mondays like I want to. It's kind of been a Monday here, a Monday there. Again, my apologies. I want to be more consistent in that. And in fact, I want to get more content out to you Mondays and Fridays, hopefully Wednesdays. Right now, it's kind of tough to do that just because I have to work. Yes, I have to work. Just doing a subpar video takes me at least 8 hours to do. So I typically do those like sometimes on a full Sunday or Sunday afternoon, or sometimes I broke it up Saturday and Sunday working on it. What I'm trying to do is just focus more and more on maybe doing an hour a night and then like wrapping things up on a Saturday or a Sunday. So I'm not spending just a solid block of 8 hours trying to do one video, for 10 minutes or so. But anyway, today's video I'm setting up is the cabinet build. Now, the reason I'm setting up is because I jump in right at, the cabinet's like 75% finished. I filmed the part where I'm showing the cabinet at my buddy Matt's house, and he's got 2 toddlers, and they were keeping us busy. So we were, in between playing with them, we'd cut some things and kind of make sure they're out of the way and try and get as much done as we could. And then we just ended up saying, basically deciding this is not going to work. When he went in to feed the kids, that's when I kind of took the video. And then after that, I said, hey, buddy, it's probably good enough right here. I could take it from here. That's why I set the video up today. So you'll come in at the part where it's 75% finished. This cabinet build took me over a month to do. Now, it's not going to take that much to get the video out to you, but I'm just letting you know that there's a lot of footage that I still have to weed through to get the entire cabinet build, those completed shots to you. All right. I'm heading back to my friend's house. Wow, I got the shot. Can't believe it. Anyway, enjoy today's video. All right, folks. At my friend Matt's house, building the cabinet. I've pretty much missed out on a lot of it just because, as you can see in the background, he's got 2 toddlers. They've been out here playing with us and watching us do the build, and it's just been kind of a little bit chaotic, as you can see. But Matt has got a wealth of tools. He has built some cabinetry in his basement, so I've pulled upon his expertise to help me with this cabinet build for my van. So just doing the finishing touches on it. As you see, we built a frame for the front piece, and using 1/4-inch plywood on the sides, and the backing it's just got this is 1/2-inch plywood here. It's just a 1/2-inch sand plywood, and then just doing a regular 1/4-inch plywood on the backing here, which may or may not get affixed to. I'm not sure how I'm going to fix it to the van yet.
but this is the backing part. I don't think it's going to reach the back part of the van where we need to screw it in. So we may end up doing L brackets on the bottom to screw it to the floor, secure it to the floor. And then this is going to be the exposed side as you open up the sliding door. So haven't put it on yet, but this is going to be the part that you'll see when you open up the sliding door. So that is pretty much it. Again, on this side here, we've got the 1/2 inch sand plywood here. Very rudimentary cabinet build. That's all I need. Doesn't have to be too elaborate. We'll put doors on the front here. We're not quite there yet. Actually went out and purchased a Kreg jig. This thing is phenomenal. I love it. It saves time. It was worth the money that I spent on it. Spent $100 on this, and it's worth every freaking penny of it. So there was another one that was like $39, and it didn't have this particular unit here where you can actually lock it into place. You would have had to buy, in order to clamp it to the wood, you would have had to buy like another $40 piece, that a clamp. So it looks like a C-clamp, but you clamp it down and clamp the wood down. This, everything's all included. You got your little notches for your measurement here. You stick your bit in here, and then you measure whereabouts the depth of your wood, and then that's where you put the little collar in. I don't even know where it is right now, but there's a little collar that you can lock in on the drill bit so it doesn't go too far in the hole here, and you have a perfect little pocket hole screw for your wood here. Very happy with the process so far. So I'm going to drill some holes in the back of the cabinet. Actually, I'm going to change out the back. So I've got the sand plywood for most of the framing, and on the ends and in the center walls, so to speak. But the back, and that's 1/2 inch sand plywood. In the back, I went with just a regular cheap 1/4 inch plywood. It's actually pretty sturdy, but I just don't like the look of it because that part behind the power supply there is going to be exposed. So I don't know. I think it would be even stronger with the 1/2 inch sand on the back. So I'm probably gonna more than likely change it out. But I mean, I'm definitely gonna paint. But I just think it would be better with all around the same wood for consistency's sake and even more strength. So what we've done in the back here is drilled a 2-inch hole for the Chinese diesel heater fuel tank. So I've decided that it's not going to work in here, just because where I would have to drill the hole, I mean, there's a cross member pretty much. I mean, there's all kind of stuff pretty much in this whole section back here that inhibits me from making holes there for the diesel heater. So the tank's going to be in here, and on the other side of this wall, there is I don't know if you can see it. There's a hole down there, that little circle there. That is actually from the factory. There's a rubber grommet in there that you can just pop out, and I think that's where the fuel supply is going to come in to feed, or come out to feed, the Chinese diesel heater, which is actually going to go over here. So this is where the bed is going to be, and that wire is for the fridge. But it's going to have to go in this spot here, which is actually perfect because it's going to go further out, and the bed is a lot wider than, so we're about 19 inches from the Reflectix on that side, about 19 inches to the aisleway here. So that gives me another 5 inches in terms of space that I have on this side, and I can definitely mount it a little further, closer to the aisleway here. And I checked underneath and there's lots of space to make holes there. So this side here is pretty much all figured out. It's not so affixed to the floor yet because, again, I'm going to do some changes and modifications on it, just tighten it up a little bit more, and then I'll be doing some fitting and drilling some more holes in here to run wire and things like that. But overall, I'm pretty stoked, pretty happy. So this is the side, passenger side, sliding door, and again, not liking just the thinness of the plywood in the back there. If you remember in past videos, I was going to use this for flooring, which would have been a huge mistake. So, I mean, it'd be fine if I wasn't going to mount anything and just paint over it, but I'm going to mount something and I just want a little bit more stability. And overall, I'm pretty happy with how things have turned out on this. Shout out and a thanks to my buddy Matt for his assistance on putting this together. But again, I got some little tightening up to do. Gonna drill a hole right there and then back to feed wire to the power supply. Actually, I only need to feed a couple of wires. That would be the primary wire that's going to run from here up into the wall, and then there's going to be a wire that comes down from the ceiling for the solar down into here as well. So those are going to be the only two wires that are going to be coming in from the outside or running from here to the main fuse box.